So right, you do need to have a plan. So for more on this and the foods you should be buying now for Christmas is nutritionist Joanna McMillan, who joins us now. Jo, good morning to you. We know that a lot of people with that thought of 99 days away are just thinking, oh my goodness, really? Is it creeping up? But what are the products that are really in high demand?
Well, look, I think there was a really important point there about let's not panic buy. We've learned our lesson on that one this year. We're going to have plenty of food at Christmas, and the supermarkets are working very closely with government and making sure that they've got strategies in place to make sure the supply chains are there. But it's a great idea to help the supermarkets out by sort of spreading our buying. So we can start getting prepared now. There's lots of things you can be buying now. That has another advantage, and that's it spreads the cost. You know, lots of us think about the cost of the prezzies and all the other things, but your entertaining costs and the food and the drink and so on is all, you know, can be quite substantial.
Okay,
let's look at what we can buy then.
Let's get cracking.
So check out this. I've actually already got my Christmas ham. And the advantage, look, for some families, that big ham is perhaps going to be too much, but this has a best before date into 2021. So I can buy that ham now, and I'll show you in a second how you can store it. If you buy a half ham or it's been chopped, the shelf life is shorter. But if you can make use of that whole ham, then that's great. Pick it up now. Now, I couldn't find a turkey yet, so pretend that's turkey. It's actually chicken. But when you spot your whole turkey, you can buy that, but of course you're going to have to store that one in the freezer. And you can also buy, you know, I know my in-laws always do a lovely big pork fillet, that sort of stuff, all that big joints of meat, if you've got the freezer space, and even your prawns, and you can pop them into your freezer now. I've also got, this is my family's tradition, when we're opening our presents, we always have smoked salmon on brown bread. So the smoked salmon, again, buy a nice big entertaining pack and you can pop that into your freezer so you've got it ready. So it's really about utilising your freezer for those fresh produce things.
Every time you're on, it's all about the freezer. It's always all about having a decent freezer.
I know. But do you know why? It's because you don't need preservatives. If you use your freezer, it's the oldest and best means of preserving food. So really utilise your freezer. I know. You've got to have the space for it. That's the thing.
Exactly. How do you store the food properly?
Hang on a sec, Carl. Oh, the ham. You want me to talk about the ham? Well, look, I've got a little tip for you. You can buy a ham bag, of course, but also you could just use a pillowcase. Soak this in a mixture of about 4 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of vinegar, just white, regular vinegar, and take the ham out of the plastic and then store it in your little pillowcase. And if you just make sure every time the pillowcase is drying out every few days, repeat that soaking process and your ham will keep for weeks.
That's good advice.
So a really good way to store it. Now, amazingly, I actually already managed to buy some Christmas things. So this was in my local supermarket. You can already buy things like mince pies. Christmas puddings are actually best bought ahead. And traditional fruitcakes, they keep for a long time. And actually the flavour improves over time. So these sorts of things you can be stocking up and you just keep them in your pantry now. I also managed to get your pavlova cases, I'm afraid, have a shorter shelf life, but you can just buy some little meringues. These are meringue nests. They've got a really long shelf life. This will keep in the packet before you open the packet. And that makes a lovely little Christmas dessert with, I've got some frozen berries. Just fill it with some Greek yogurt or some cream and you've got really easy kind of homemade desserts for when you're entertaining over Christmas.
I would be struggling not to eat that stuff if I bought it already, though, because it's, you know, it's there, crying out.
Actually, that's a good point, Deb. I was going to make that point about, I did pick up some chockies. These were 40% off. So I thought, this is lovely little gift bags to take to people if you're going to people's houses. But yeah, do make sure that you've still got them come Christmas time or you're going to have run out. And I've been eating far too much for 3 months. And then lastly, of course, fill your pantry. So things for your cheese platters. We've got our crackers and some chips and nuts and fruits. Anything if you're going to make your own Christmas cake or your own desserts and things over the holidays, then make sure you buy the ingredients now and stock up your pantry.
Yeah, get it while it's on special.
Beautiful stuff.
Great tips.
And if we don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Stop it. We will see you. 99 days.
Oh, surely. We've got 3 months yet, Carl.
Exactly.
I got 99 problems, but Christmas ain't one.
Oi!